I've always wanted to stream games to other rooms in the house or even when I'm away from home. I couldn't justify the $50 it was for the Steam Link, and even then, the Steam Link only works on my local network. Today, my prayers have been answered with 2 words. Raspberry Pi. Hi, my name is Signal. Today I'll be showing you how to stream games from your gaming PC to your Raspberry Pi through Moonlight. This will work on a local network, like your house, or it will work outside of your network as long as you have internet connection. So let's begin. Materials you will need are an SD card reader, if you need to install Raspbian, an SD card, or one with Raspbian already installed, a gaming PC with an NVIDIA GPU, a Raspberry Pi, and a working internet connection. Go to raspberrypi.org/downloads/noobs and hit download zip under noobs on the left hand side. It's a 1.7 gigabyte file, so it may take a little bit of time to download depending on your internet connection. While that's downloading, plug in your SD card and make sure everything important on it is backed up. We will be formatting the SD card and that will erase everything. Go to www.sdcard.org/downloads/formatter_4, scroll down and hit download for Windows, then scroll down and accept the terms and conditions, and it will download. Run the file after it downloads and go through the installer. Once it is installed, your SD card should show up. If it doesn't, hit refresh. Now make sure Quick Format is selected. Set the volume label to whatever you like. I'm going to name it Noobs. Hit format and it'll only take a few seconds to format. Once Noobs is finished downloading, open the zip and drag all the files from it to the SD card. Now plug in the SD card into the Pi and plug your Pi in. You'll see a screen pop up. Check Raspbian and hit install. Let it run through the installer. This can take a while. Now that we are inside Raspbian OS, let's open up the terminal. Type sudo nano /etc/apt/sources.list. Nano is the text editor. Go down to the 4th line and type in deb space http://archive.itimer.nl/raspbian/moonlight space stretch space main. Hit Ctrl X, then Y, and then enter. Next, type in wget space http://archive.itimer.nl/itimer.gpg. Then when that is done, type sudo space apt-key space add space itimer.gpg. Now install the package by typing in sudo space apt-get space update. Once that's complete, type sudo apt-get install Moonlight embedded and hit Y and then enter at the prompt. Close out the terminal for now. We'll go to our gaming PC and set things up there. Now that the Pi is set up, the hard part is over. Setting up your gaming PC is actually pretty simple. You should have your graphics card drivers up to date and NVIDIA GeForce Experience installed. If you don't have either of these, head over to nvidia.com/drivers and fill out the info there, accept the terms, and run through the setup. Make sure you restart your PC after installing the drivers and/or GeForce Experience. Once you have installed, go ahead and open it. Create an NVIDIA account or just sign in with Google. Click the gear in the top right corner, go down to Shield on the left hand side, then tick Game Stream, and that's it. Let's go back to the Pi and connect to the PC. Open up a terminal on the Pi, type in Moonlight pair and the IP address of your gaming PC. If you don't know your PC's IP address, open up a command prompt or Windows PowerShell on your gaming PC and type in ipconfig with no spaces. Look for IPv4 address. My PC shows up on my network as 192.168.2.2. If you typed the IP in right, a box asking for a PIN should pop up on your gaming PC. Type in the PIN that you got from the Pi. If you did that right, it should say successfully paired. Hooray, we did it! Now we can play games anywhere! not so fast. If you try and stream now, it'll run at all the default settings. More than likely, these need to be changed to ensure smooth gameplay. Here's a list of options I got by typing in Moonlight Help. Anything that is marked default, you do not have to type in. All of this will be in the description of the video for your reference. By default, Moonlight runs at 720p 30 fps. If I remember correctly, the bitrate's around 5 to 8 megabits per second. It will also run Steam Big Picture mode by default, so your entire Steam library will be streamable. But, for example, if I wanted to stream Overwatch, which is not a Steam game, I could do Moonlight Stream -app Overwatch. It is case sensitive and based off of what game's GeForce Experience detects. 192.168.2.2. Now if I want to stream my Steam library at 1080p 60 fps with a bitrate of 12 megabits per second and only have the audio play on the Pi and not on my computer, I would do Moonlight Stream -app Steam -1080-fps 60 bitrate 12,000 local audio 192.168.2.2. You can get a list of your apps that GeForce Experience sees by typing in Moonlight List, and you can end your stream at any time by pressing Ctrl-Alt-Shift-Q on your Pi. As far as settings, I recommend if you're streaming on a local network, it really depends on how good your wireless connectivity is and how good your router is. I advise you to use Ethernet cables wherever possible. I was able to get perfect, high-quality stream at 1080p 60 fps when both my gaming PC and my Raspberry Pi were connected to my router via Ethernet. Generally, most people should run fine with a 720p 60 fps stream, but you will have to experiment with frame rate, resolution, and bitrate to get the most out of it. Now, streaming outside of your local network is a little different. That IP we used earlier will not work outside of the network as we used a local IP address. This time we will be using our public IP address. To find out our public IP address, go to www.ip-address.eu or type in "what's my IP" into Google. Use that address instead of the other address we got. You may need to pair the Pi again, and you'll also have to likely lower some settings depending on your home internet speed and the speed of the connection your Pi is hooked up to. You also have to go on your router and port forward the following ports. Portforward.com is a great resource for learning how to port forward on your router since the process is different from router to router. Now, like I said, you will probably have to drop the settings more to get a smooth experience, and even then, the input lag might be too high. Streaming outside of your local network can be flaky too. Other things to try if you are having issues is rebooting your PC and router, disabling your firewall on your PC and router, and triple checking your port forwarding. That is the most important thing to do. If you do not do that right, it will not work at all. So make sure you have that perfect. Most controllers should work out of the box with streaming, as Steam Big Picture mode does a great job of configuring controllers. I have had issues with some controllers registering as 2 controllers or just buttons being wacky. If you want to avoid this hassle, you can just use a keyboard and mouse, but that kind of ruins the convenience factor of the whole setup. There is plenty of documentation on how to set up specific controllers, and a tip I have for making controllers work is to add -app space Steam, so when Steam Big Picture mode is launched, it'll work with the controller connected to the Pi. I recommend connecting the controller via USB, but Bluetooth can also work. So I hope this guide helped you at least get started with the DIY streaming box. It takes a bit of fiddling, but it can be very well worth it if you have a Pi and don't feel like buying a Steam Link. Happy gaming! Tune in next week when we will be taking a look at the Audio-Technica ATH AD1000X. A pair of headphones that I have used for the past couple months and I'm going to review. So thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Or, if you really want to, you can also send me a message on Discord. See you next time, guys.